All right, folks, I want to show you the modifications that we made to the aquatic system to improve it, which is really nothing more than we plumbed in 2-inch return lines so that we could run the pump all out and have no problem with volume of return. It's just like before. If you've seen the video before, these 3 oval tanks are plumbed common level, and we have a line up here. It's our input line. That water that's running off a 2,400 gallon per hour pump is coming out of that tank right there and coming up to here. It actually comes like this. That line right there comes up and in. It's running about half capacity, so about 1,200 gallons per hour into this tank, and that 2-inch just has no problems keeping up with the capacity of return. It's getting about half of the water it's capable of up to this high of a head, especially with the venting I do down there for oxygenation. All right, so we plumbed in, I should say David, my buddy, plumbed in these bulkheads into the tanks for me. A little body work hammer he used to flatten out the galvanized before putting them in. It seemed to work really well. And I don't really want to stick my hand in here because it's cold, but you see the little end caps we found there? They're like $1 at Home Depot. And that's our drain. And I know you're wondering, why isn't it standing up? Well, it's more likely to clog if it's standing up. I'm going to make some modifications to the drains up here that I've already made to the middle tank. I'll show you in a second. It's going to make it almost impossible for the thing to clog, or at least build up enough of a clog before I see it to undo it, because we really don't want that with that water flowing like that now. When you come over here, you'll notice there are no drains in there. I'm just out of adapters. They're wide open right now, but there's no fish or anything in there, so it's no problem. If a leaf goes in there, it's just going to blow out in the end. So these two are plumbed the same way. That line goes there, pops up to a stand up here, and just like the old system, if I want to hold more water there, I raise that up. If I want to hold less water there, I push that down. It's a very, very simple system, and it's foolproof. Unlike setting your levels with a stand-up in the tank that you're in, which you have to do in some situations, if you can do this, it's bulletproof. Because again, what that lets you do is put your overflows beneath the surface, less likely to clog up, and again, it's completely bulletproof. And if you put a long enough standpipe in there, you can turn that up and completely hold that water and not let it move for a while if you want to do maintenance on another part of the system. Here's kind of the modification, and I won't make them as big in those other oval tanks, but you can see what I did there. I put a T in, I drilled a whole bunch of holes, which means there's holes on the bottom of that pipe too, where it's really less likely to get clogged up. And 2 of those little end caps, little holy end caps on each end of it. And I'd actually like to get that a little bit deeper, but I didn't feel like messing with it in the cold water. That's the old stand-up. It's just gonna go away. I'm gonna get some underwater grade epoxy putty. I'm just gonna putty in that hole down there at the bottom and just shut that off forever. There's no reason for that to be open again. There's a jet strafe me here. It's like they know when I'm doing a video. Anyway, so that overflows into this pipe. That goes down the trench line we had to cut in. Overflows into this bottom pond. And as you can see, like I said, we got major flow, major turnover now. Again, around, but what I did was I used a quart jar, so how long it took to fill it, and then just did the math, and it's about 1,200 gallons an hour. And we could run more, but I think that's plenty. It gives us a little bit of breathing room if anything does get clogged up a bit. And we still have that vent going on down here. Now this pond, you might think, was it overrunning the pond? I just filled it with the garden hose, and I was getting ready to do this video and got distracted. So I filled it to the rim, but it won't hurt anything. Fish are probably happy about that. Their universe just expanded a couple inches upward. Anyway, here's the ducks hanging out in the swale. It's a lazy day for me. It was cold and I didn't feel like jacking with their pool, so I tossed that hose in the rock, little rock levee we have over there at the end, so it wouldn't tear anything up. Turned the hose on, let it run for about 45 minutes, and they've got a lazy river for the day, and they're really happy about it. They don't mind the cold. Little update on Duck Chronicles here, guys. It was supposed to start today. It's not starting today. Because over there where the little ducks are supposed to be living, there are no ducks. On Tuesday, I heard from Metzer Farms, we're sorry, we cannot ship the immense quantity of ducks that you want on that day, and we can't even give you the 50 Welsh Harlequins that you wanted and the 5 drakes to go with them. So this actually turned into an opportunity. Metzer Farms brought in 3 new breeds of ducks this year. One is a Saxony, one is a Silver Appleyard. I don't remember what the third one is, but Silver Appleyards have been a duck I've always wanted to own. So what I did, and Silver Appleyards are even more of a rare breed and more of a cool thing than the wonderful Welsh Harlequin. So I said, can you ship me my 50 golden layers and replace my Welsh Harlequins with 50 girls of the Silver Appleyards and 5 drakes of the Silver Appleyards, and send me my fawn and white runner ducks and do that all in one order? They said yes. And I believe it's the 27th that they're going to be shipping those now of February. So it's a few weeks from now. That worked out good. Originally, they wanted to ship them next week. I am going pig hunting next week. And that will leave the camera woman and other half of my mile farm, Dorothy, alone here to take care of these animals for just a day and a half. But still, I didn't want her to have to deal with brand new chicks. So we pushed out to that week. That way I know I'll get my shipment on time this time. They know that their hatch rates are good on all those birds. So, the farm will have Duck Chronicles Season 3, and it will be inhabited by 50 Silver Appleyards. What's a Silver Appleyard, you say? Well, JFGI. And if you don't know what that means, it means just frickin' Google it, and you'll see what a beautiful bird they are and what an awesome bird they are. Take care, guys, and we'll keep updating you as we make progress on our system.